Here is the commentary for the revised Gary V. Vaynerchuk Exposed article, The VeeFriends Scam. How Gary Vaynerchuk extracted over $200 million through fraud in the NFT market from 2021 to 2023. This article also serves as a report. Here's the original article that I posted on March 14th. This one is more like a story. It has a lot more words to it, whereas my revised article was a lot more direct evidence from Gary, a lot less words and explanation. I did omit a couple things from the revised article because I didn't find any new evidence, so I didn't feel the need to repeat myself like twice, like with Christie's auction, with his zero cool cards as well. Here is Gary admitting to making over $90 million with NFTs. Gary also taking in an extra $50 million from investors for his VeeFriends project. And Gary will constantly mention that he's building the next Disney, Pokemon, Sesame Street, basically saying whatever his supporters wanted to hear, he was going to say it. Here's a list of projects, each earning royalties every time an NFT is sold. So 10% for VeeFriends, the original collection of 10,000 supply. He said specifically he wasn't going to release any more NFTs for another 3 years. And 200,000 NFTs later from his edition, from the original 10,000 was released, all earning royalties. And that's not including all the Vayner NFT collaborations and partnerships that he was associated with that we will see down below. I posted an additional article exposing Andy Krainak, the president of VeeFriends. There's a lot of insider trading, conflict of interest for over $1 million. I'll show you this article quickly. Basically, it's just a quick introduction. And then right away, we see him selling VeeFriends and VeeCon. Now he has another wallet selling a Goo VeeFriend a week after the project sold out. Which again, that's just for the president of the same company. That's horrible. And now we're going to see basically screenshots of Gary mentioning projects and Andy selling off of Gary's call. A variety of projects: World of Woman, Wolf Game, Crypto Skulls, Brain Vomit Garden, Creature World, Deadheads, Crypto Holders, Plasma Bears, Avatar, Avastars, I apologize, Fame Lady Squad, which was actually taken over by a VeeFriends holder, Koala Intelligence Agency, Curio Cards, Girls Gang, which was a PLP project, which again had direct affiliation with Gary Vaynerchuk. That was part of his program. And yeah, essentially he extracted over $1 million just from that. This will be my final article on this topic, as I definitely want to move on and speak about other things. Highlight the extent of Gary Vaynerchuk's fraudulent activity. I did bring up 3 cases. One of them was from the SEC, Charging Impact Theory by Tom Billier. Now, Tom Billier basically copied Gary's playbook. So you will see he's got different tokens at different price points. He's saying that it's going to be the next Disney. Can't wait. We're building this IP. So he was just using the exact same words as Gary, essentially. And then so he got caught. Now the next one by the SEC was Stoner Cats. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were the face of the project. Now I cannot 100% confirm this. However, a lot of trustworthy sources have told me that Gary Vaynerchuk's company, Vayner3, or formerly known as Vayner NFT, was actually in charge of the marketing. So everything that they got charged for was actually based on because of Gary Vaynerchuk's team, which is very interesting if that's true. Now, case number 3, open C, the NFT marketplace, insider trading by Nathaniel Chaston. People know him as Nate. It was essentially $50,000 that he inside traded, and he got charged. Which brings my, so that's why this is very concerning, and I have to bring up Andy Krainak because he's significantly worse than what Nate has done. That's for sure. And it just solidifies Gary Vaynerchuk's fraudulent behaviors as well behind, right, market manipulation. Is just ties in with everything as well. Now here's the table of contents for the new revised article. I'll go over this quickly. Yeah, so before he launched VeeFriends NFT, he was involved with the NFT market just a little bit. He was manipulating the CryptoPunks. There's video evidence of this that we're gonna go see down below. Again, so securities fraud, market manipulation, insider trading, artificial demand, just with that one project. Now there were several projects that he hyped, pumped, basically essentially conducted fraud with as well before he launched VeeFriends. And he did this in order to establish his image inside the NFT community. He wanted to be one of the, crypto bros. He wanted to be accepted. A lot of celebrities would come in and they wouldn't do very well because the NFT community was like, well, you're obviously only in here for the money. And Gary's whole plan with this was to try to convince people that he wasn't. However, we're going to find out that he was. VeeFriends fraudulent activities, again, securities fraud, market manipulation, creating artificial demand, price anchoring, fraudulent misrepresentation, insider trading, conflict interest, as we've seen with Andy. That's just one example out of many. Encouragement of unregistered securities. Gary used to call these investments, and then he started to change his words once he saw people being right. Like when he saw the two set cases, he started to change his vocabulary. We also see VeeFriends, like Gary and VeeFriends, conducting consumer fraud, self-shaming, and intellectual property infringement. And again, evidence from the actual original artists themselves. Now, there's fraud with various NFT projects. Gary, essentially, at the end of the day, was trying to boost up his VCon conference, which was associated with the VeeFriends NFT. And now he needed more notable speakers, more notable individuals. So he started manipulating a lot of NFT projects that otherwise wouldn't have received the amount of attention that they did. He conducted a variety of fraud, such as securities fraud, market manipulation, artificial demand, price anchoring, fraudulent misrepresentation, insider trading, and conflicts of interest with those as well. Now his VCon conference, we're going to go over again, just a long list, basically pretty much the same list of fraud conducted with breach of contract, which we'll go over again once we reach that section. Child exploitation, so financial gain from Nastia, long necky ladies by Nyla Hayes, and he also has a deleted tweet, which was his attempt to exploit more children for the NFT market. And then there's video evidence of him admitting to physical child abuse, which is extremely concerning considering he's now the founder and owner of a children's brand. He released book games NFTs shortly after. Again, specifically mentioning he wouldn't do so for another 3 years. At this point was two more years he had to wait. However, we can see that he didn't want to wait because he wanted to benefit from the market as much as he could. Again, we see a long list of fraudulent activities as well. Now he launched VeeFriends 2, which was, again, an additional 55,000 NFTs. Book games was 125,000 NFTs from the original 10,000 that he said that he was going to limit it to for the next 3 years. So right away, a year into the project, he's already conducted market manipulation. He's just lying, deceit. I mean, everything that he sold us on the original VeeFriends so far has been a lie, basically. He committed theft from his own VeeFriends investors and his holders. He stole Dorian's art, which They were 100% aware. There was text messages between Doreen and Andy specifically speaking about this. And then they came into the Discord and lied about it, saying they never knew. And then that was my turning point. That's when I completely left the Discord and I said no more. They stole Loic's art for a Ledger collab without giving him any credit. And then they stole Jacob's application, his app. Again, we'll go over that down below. Others exposing Gary Vaynerchuk. I have that in my original article as well. I did find Nerd City's video after I posted my original article, which is probably one of the best videos I've ever seen exposing Gary Vaynerchuk's fraudulent activities in the NFT market. He does a very good job going over the book games and putting everything together, and there's a lot of video evidence from Gary, his mouth himself. And then they do have a podcast speaking about it, which further enforces the video and commentary by Pyrocynical, Colossal is Crazy, and Dolan Darker, along with Nerd City. And then I have other YouTubers and former VeeFriend holders exposing Gary Vaynerchuk as well. Now, his association with scammers, Ty Lopez, was before VeeFriends. This is just to show that he doesn't care about their reputation. He'll do anything for attention, essentially, at the end of the day. He will associate himself with anyone. Logan Paul with CryptoZoo, and he was exposed for because of CoffeeZilla, FaZe Banks, as well with the CryptoPunks with Mr. Beast, Logan Paul. Farouk is a notorious pump and dumper in the NFT market, and Beanie was one of the worst grifters in the NFT market as well in 2021. I have a closing statement here, and I wanted to add additional information because Gary also conducted fraud through his company VaynerFT, now known as Vayner3. There was the PLP program that I've mentioned earlier. Came out with an NFT restaurant called Fish Salad Club, which we'll go over down below. He released 1,000 more NFTs called VeeFriends Iconics, again, just to further extract more money for himself. He came out with Vayner Sports Pass the same day as the VeeFriends 2 sold out, and it sold out, and he knew he had a bunch of people waiting with extra money, and instead of going elsewhere into the NFT market, he funneled them all into Vayner Sports Pass right after VeeFriends 2 sold out. And then he started claiming that it wasn't his project, it's his brother's project. However, yeah, it was a clear partnership. Like, Gary pumped and hyped the project through various channels. And then we're going to go over some companies that he tarnished the reputation inside Web3. Again, these were his connections from his VaynerMedia agency. Pepsi, NFTs, Budweiser, 7-Eleven, Roblox, Johnny Walker, Crown Royal, Bud Light, Reddit Marketplace, GameStop Marketplace, and then MLB through Candy Digital. Again, all subject to fraudulent activities. There was no follow-through. There's no follow-up with any of these projects. He hyped and pumped, and we can see he even encouraged them, saying that you're going to make money in the future, and we're going to see all of that down below.